Wow. Yet another day of us having real life conversations, real life conversations. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, oh my God. Wow, 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 wow. So today we're going to be talking as money change personality or reveal who people really are. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about. My good name is Omboy. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm late 30 minutes. I know some of you usually look for me at exactly 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, but you guys forgive me because I'm also human and like sometimes I just, let's say I'm not just feeling well or something came up, yeah, but I think I have that conviction to keep showing up on here. So today we're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what we're gonna be talking about. But before that, because we're just getting started, kindly say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, 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 and like the live stream, share the love, subscribe. Does money change personality or reveal it? Does money change who people are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what we're gonna be talking about. And as always, this is not my story, it's also yours. So you guys have a chance to share your own stories. And of course, I read everybody's thing, okay? But in the meantime, let's wait for people to come in here. But in the meantime, if you're in here, say hi. This is my first time wearing my hair like this. Just cleaning it and then using like a detangler. Honestly, I thought that I was looking really funny, but God, I think it will be a favorite look now. I can wear this the whole week. What do you guys think? This is my first time wearing my hair like this. I think most of the time as black people, we always think that, let's say, straightening our hair is the best option, but honestly, look at that hair, really clean and stuff. And I'm not trying to tell myself that I'm pretty, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, guys, we're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what you're talking about. Let me know where you're watching me from. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We are talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Okay, that's what you're talking about. Because we always sit here and like people usually say that like, that person just got some money and then they change. But does money really change people or it just reveal who they really are? Because I feel like without money, you're you're just forced to be humble. Okay, but when you get some money, that's when you're forced to like show uh, who you really are. So that's what I'm asking, guys. This is a very engaging topic. Let us get interested in this one. Honestly, this topic, I've been avoiding doing this topic for a long while, but I think today is the day. Okay, does money change people or reveal who they really are? CJ, good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening to you, CJ. How are you, beautiful? I'm good. How are you doing? Uh, how was your day? How is your night? How was your night? How is your evening? How is your morning? From wherever the world you guys are watching me from. Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what you're talking about. uh yes, yes, I am so sorry because we are late to start the show. Like I feel like 30 minutes late, but here we are. As far as the queen shows up, that's it. That's it right there, okay? I think I took more time preparing my hairstyle than anything because this is my first time showing up like this, honestly. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Yeah. I kind of like it, because as black people, we are not allowed to like just show up the way we want to. But yeah, okay, does money change people or reveal who they really are? So I think let's just get started. You guys, when you join in, you kindly say hi and I'm going to shout you out. Okay, so I think people always say money change, money changed them, referring to people that they used to know when they were broke. And I think I am a real example. When I used to be campus, I knew a lot of broke people. Okay, I knew a lot of broke people, but I think when we got outside and people got started having things going on, people got things going on right away. Most of us felt like, oh my god, this person really changed. But did they really change, or did they just find their tribe? Did they just find people with money like them? Okay, so but so the question is, did money really change these people, or did money simply remove the struggle and expose who they really are? So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Everton Watson from Jamaica says hi. United States of Africa. Okay, that's where we are from. United States of Africa, one Africa. Yes, 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 guys. We're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they truly are? Okay, so I was giving an example. People really say, and I was giving an example for when I used to be in university. When we graduated, everybody went in separate directions. Some people got jobs right away, and some of us never got any jobs. Okay, but some of us who never got jobs, uh we would say and say, God, that person really changed after they got the job. But did they really change, or did they just find people who are their type? Did they just change? Did they just find friends who are their caliber and stuff? Okay, so what you're talking about is like, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what you're talking about. Does money change people or reveal who they really are? So I think when it comes to this topic, there's a lot of angles that you can look at this. Okay, so you can look at it on the angle of money changes people. Okay, because to be really honest, I feel like money gives you power, and power can create ego. Okay, so but before we get there, let me ask you guys a question. Okay. Would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Let me type that. Would your morals would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Let's say all of a sudden you made $1 million. Okay, would your morals stay the same? Okay, would you still be the same? Honestly, I'm gonna hold your hand as I tell you this. Honestly, if I made, like, let's say, even as little as $1 million, okay, honestly, I am not gonna stay the same, you guys. I am so sorry to reveal this to you, but if I made $1 million today, my morals will not stay the same. Money will reveal who I truly am. Okay, I feel like, for example, for us, some of us who grew up poor, or like we've grown up without, we are really humble naturally. Like, for example, when those people who have interacted with me through this show continuously know that I really come off as somebody who is humble, down to earth and stuff. But I know if I made $1 million tomorrow, I think the money would reveal who I truly am. Okay, but let me take this question for you guys. But I already gave you my answer. Okay, would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Let's say suddenly you became rich. CJ, what are we talking about? I guess I've said it, so hopefully you heard that. Okay, would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Would your morals stay the same if you suddenly became rich? Guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wambui. I was born and raised in Kenya, and this is I am Wambui Live. I normally go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So you guys consider subscribing. Let's grow this family. We normally have debates and topics every other day. So let's have an agreement to meet here every other day, okay? Godson answers, hello, boy. Oh my God, it's been a minute. I love the afro. Even as I am, I keep it real. Maybe because I've been blessed. Maybe it's because I've been blessed. Oh, you love the afro. Thank you so much. Afro. Mama, thank you. So you, Godson, I think you're implying that you're successful at the moment, but you keep it real. Like, your morals haven't changed even in the least bit. Okay, would your morals stay the same if you suddenly became rich? Suddenly you make $1 million or even $5 million. Would your morals stay the same? Okay, first of all, I always think that like when people make a huge sum of money, the first thing they change is their looks. Okay, you will find out when people make a lot of money, they are going for nose jobs, eye jobs, ear jobs, and I am not sitting here to like blame, because as I said, if I made like $2 million right now, I guarantee you guys I will not be the same again. I will not be the same again. Would your morals stay the same if you suddenly became rich? Would your morals stay the same if you suddenly became rich? Godson says, money wouldn't change me. I will stay away from people. Okay, so if you made money, you would stay away from people. Why is that? Why would you stay away from people if you suddenly became rich? Honestly, I feel like we have this whole notion about like people change when they have money. I honestly don't think people change when they have money. Most of us, we usually used to the versions of people. You're used to the version of somebody where they are poor, they are begging you, they're your slave, you can send them back and forth. But then when they make money, literally they have power, and like you're not, they are not your slave anymore. And I think that's what people miss. When you upgrade your life, when you try to become better and you honestly become better, the people that you are being a slave to have a problem with that, because people don't want you to change and become better. Okay, people don't want you to change and stop begging. Okay, people want you when you're begging, people want you when you're below them. So I honestly don't think people change when they make money. Honestly, I just feel like what happens is what should happen. Like, you upgrade your life when you make money. When you make money, you become a different person. Okay, but I don't feel like it changes you in how we like, as a society, what we like to say, that like this person changed, abandoned the people who are there for them. I don't think that's what happens. I think it's just like we want to be stuck with the versions of people that we used to know. Okay, and I think I know that for sure. That I think I really know that for sure. Okay, guys, remember you're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Let me know where you're watching me from. My good name is Wamboi. I was born and raised in Kenya. Yes. Okay, so I think another thing that, as you guys still continue to answer that question, there's a, let me keep reading your comments. Godson says, because when I was struggling, I stayed away from people, aside from my mother, my father, my younger sister, and a few of my nieces. I don't owe anything to anybody. You see, and that's another thing. Like, for me, I feel like I've always been around people, not because I want to be around them, but because that's what you do when you're broke. You stay around people because that's how you get help. Okay, for example, I grew up in a village which it was like mostly like community living. Okay, so personally, when I succeed, I have this group of people. Sorry if you guys are watching. I have this group of people sitting somewhere like, oh, help you in this way or this way or this way. But honestly, you can't be able to handle all those people, because if you do that, like you succeed, let's say you make $1 million, and then you have this whole tribe behind you wanting you to help them out. What will happen is you're gonna divide the few that you have, and then at the end of the day you go back. And I feel like that's what happens with us poor people. Or like, okay, let me stop counting myself, but for some of us who've come from humble backgrounds, I feel like that's what happens. You make a few couple of dollars, and then everybody is expecting, everybody have their hand out. Okay, everybody have their hand out, like, so so that you can give back. Okay, and then when you do so, you can never go anywhere, you'll always go back. Okay, guys, remember we're talking about, does money change personality or reveal it? Also, we are talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Let me know, if you made, let's say all of a sudden you made $1 million. Okay, would you stay the same? Would you stay the same? Like, people really say that like people change when they make money, but honestly, I'm here to tell you guys, if I made money, I will really change. Like, if I made $1 million, honestly, I'm not gonna be the same person. Sorry to break that to you. uh, Oh, one of my nieces. CJ says, with $1 billion, I probably could get a little compromised. A little, just a little bit. Not so much, a little bit. Okay? Honestly, I think, okay, I don't know, maybe you've ever made $1 million, but for me, I think even with like, let's say let's even start with $5 million, okay? If I made like $5 million and then let's say I spend it in Kenya shillings, oh my God. Okay, if I've made even $5 million, you guys, I think even $1 million and then I spend it in Kenya shillings out here, Lord, I am not gonna stay the same. First of all, I'm going to change so much. I might as well go and get a nose job. Lynn Hendrick says, hi, bestie. Hi to you. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. We are talking about, does money change personality or reveal it? Does money change personality or reveal it? Do you think money changes people or reveal who they really are? Or okay, if you made $1 million right now, would you stay the same? Would you stay the same? We are not talking about shillings. I don't know, Kenya shillings or Nigeria shillings. We are not talking about, you made $1 million right now. That's a lot of money. Would you stay the same? Do you believe you would stay the same? Godson says, I envy you. I'm a village boy who was forced to grow in the city. Okay, you know, good for you. I also envy the city people, but the whole thing about growing up in the village is really all fun and games until you realize that everybody in that village have a hand in raising you or something, so you owe them. When you make it, you get a good job, you get even a small job, everybody have their hand out, like they want you to help. Okay. Lynn says, how is it going? It's going great. How is it going, Lynn? CJ says, I would make beautiful women do strange things for money. Is that bad? I don't know. But that means money would change you. Okay. Lynn says, can you speak Arabic? No, maybe when I'm praying, when I'm doing my salah. No, but no, I'm kidding. CJ says, I'm talking American currency, not Nigerian currency. That's what I'm talking about also. I'm talking American currency. I'm talking about if I made $1 million dollars, okay, I will not be the same again, guys. Do you think, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? CJ says a couple thousand is like billionaire, I think. Okay, especially in when you convert let's say dollars to Nigerian currency, that's a lot of money. Okay. But when you convert it to Ugandan money, you can really buy the whole country. CJ says a couple thousand is like, yeah. Lynn says, I don't think my personality will change. I don't think so, because why would you change it for money? It's just money. Money is not like, you know, I hear you guys. You all like to say that money is not anything. Okay? You all like to say that money is not anything. But I know money is something, you guys. Money is something. First of all, with money, like, for example, look at somebody like, let's say a good example, a musician. Let's talk about Michael Jackson, okay? We all know that, of course, he had vitiligo and stuff. But I feel like with the whole family, when you look at them, their noses, money reveals who, like, maybe your nose, maybe this nose is not mine, like I can maybe reshape it. You know, I feel like money, you all like to say money is not anything. I feel like money is something. What do you guys think? I feel like money is something. It's something that's tangible, that changes your life. That's why we have rich, poor, middle class. Okay, we can sit here and tell each other that money is nothing. Nope. Mizo boy says, which country are you? Kenya. I'm Kenyan. CJ is just laughing. Bob says, money reveals. Money reveals. Okay, so would you stay the same? Okay, would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Would your morals stay the same if you became rich? Godson says, but Wamboy, I want you to become rich. I like how you speak against abusive traditions. I know you'll keep spreading the truth if you become rich. Okay. I think when all is said and done, I think I think I would stay the same. But I think for people who've maybe been used to the humble version of me, where like, you know, when you don't have something, when you're broke, you really have to stay humble. Okay. When you're broke, like, you can't have that ego and stuff. Okay. So I feel like if I became rich, what I would do, I would speak more about the things that I believe in with my whole chest, because right now I do have audacity and I don't have money. So you guys just think about what would happen if I had the money going on. Okay. So thank you so much, Gyeon-san. Bob says Nigeria and Uganda. No, not really. When you look at one, okay, let me even check out for you. Okay. One USD. Okay, I'm not even slandering. $1 is equal 780 Nigerian. $1 is equal to 780 naira. Okay, it's not slander. It's just like if you have US dollar and then you go to Nigeria, that money goes a long way. Let's look at Uganda. Okay, let's look at Uganda. $1. $1 to Ugandan shilling. Okay, $1 is equals to 3,761 Ugandan shilling. I'm not slandering. It's just the currency. Okay, $1 is equals to 3,761 Ugandan shilling. Can you imagine? Okay, unless you can buy the whole. Okay, the Nigerian. I feel like the Nigeria money is more stronger than Ugandan. But can you imagine? Okay, less $1 I think is equals to 120 Kenyan shilling. I think the Kenyan currency is kind of strong. $1 is equals to 129 Kenya shillings. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not. I'm not. Yeah. CJ says, what's the first thing you would buy with $1 billion? God, let me tell you, the first thing that I would buy with $1 billion, I would buy a farm. Okay, I am a country girl. Okay, I would buy a farm in the middle of nowhere, and then I would like build this. Then the farm would have like a river on the. Let's say, I would like, God, honestly, I would buy this whole farm and then I would want to build it to be like a whole estate. You see, like this, I would build it to be like a ranch. Okay, it's like a ranch, but there's a lot of activities, there's a lot of shops in there, but it all belongs to me. That's what I would do. Honestly, for me, I would just buy a property. Lynn says, I think I would give to my mom and my sister if I had $1 billion. Okay, but what would you do for yourself? Bob says, my morals will stay the same, my actions wouldn't. That's really messed up. Okay, which actions would you change? What are your hobbies? Coming live. CJ says, I didn't hear any Uganda or Nigeria slander. Okay, honestly no, but I think I just did prove that by reading to you the currencies. Okay, okay, no, literally it's not slander, it's just the currency. Okay, what is slander? Slander is like defame or like talk something against somebody. In this case, he's saying that I'm talking something against Nigeria and Uganda. Nope. Yeah. CJ says, I'm gonna come to Kenya and buy a mansion next month. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Okay, where would you like to buy? I need to find one for me. Okay, good for you. Guys, welcome to the live. So we're still talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Okay. Would your morals stay the same if you became rich? That's what we were asking, okay, before we went down that rabbit hole. Okay. So another one, I think another thing that maybe I would like to say when it comes to like, does money change personality or reveal it? I think I would, so I feel like in some level when people make money, they start to feel above others. Because the truth is, wealth changes lifestyle, circle, mindset. Okay, the moment you make money or when you start making money, okay, you start hanging around with billionaires. You see, for example, this video that I had seen, there was Trump inside, there was Elon Musk, there was Mark Zuckerberg, there was a lot of people, there was a lot of influential people. When you look at it, you're not gonna be Elon Musk and hang out with people who have nothing going on in their life. That's really not the truth. So people might say, oh, the friends that you had before you became a billionaire or a millionaire might be like, oh my god, this person really changed. But did you really change, or did you really find people who are literally aligned to what you're doing right now? Okay. So have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? What do you have a Zillow for Kenya? What's Zillow? Have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? Okay. Oh, I don't know where the comment where like Lynn was saying that like she really likes my afro. Okay, thank you, Lynn. Actually, I saw that, but then it disappeared. I don't know. Have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? Have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? Okay, honestly, I have seen so many people become successful. I've seen so many people get jobs and they change their friend groups and stuff. I've seen so many people get a job and change. But honestly, I am not even offended because what do I expect? I want people to make money. I want people to make money and change, to become the best version of themselves, to become the most unapologetic version of themselves, okay? Because I feel like what purpose do we have apart from becoming the best versions of ourselves, okay? So yeah, have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? And did you consider the change positive or negative? Honestly, for me, I've seen people change, become successful and completely change. Although I do dislike when people become successful and become aggressive. Okay, but if you're changing for the better, if you're changing your friend group just because you became successful, go for it. Okay, what can happen? Go for it. Guys, we're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what we are talking about. My good name is Omboy. So guys, can you like, subscribe? I would really appreciate that. Let me know what are your insights. If you made $1 billion right now, would you really be the same? Would you remain the same? Francis Sami says hi T, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Thank you so much everybody for tuning in. So have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? Have you ever seen someone become successful and completely change? Okay, I have seen a lot of people become successful and completely, but what do I expect? Okay, I want people to make money. I want people to become better. Okay, for me, I think the other aspect to like, does money change personality or reveal it? The other aspect is like, money reveals people. Okay, money reveals who somebody is really is. Okay, with the availability of money, when you have money, you can be able to make you can be able to make mountains move. Okay, with the availability of money, you can be able to connect people to jobs. You can be able to create job opportunities for people. With the availability of money, you can travel the whole world. God, there's so many things you can do with money. Okay, with the availability of money, you have choices. Okay, so I think broke people often hide their true behavior because they lack options. I feel like for us broke people, and I'm account myself in the category because, as I said, I grew up not doing quite well in life, okay? But I feel like we all hide our true personality just because we don't have options, okay? Um, I feel like money removes limitations, okay? Because with money, you got some money, you gotta wake up tomorrow and then you're like, you know what? I kind of feel like I wanna go to Bora Bora. You wake up the next day, I wanna go to Greece. You wake up the next day, I wanna go and see Mexico. And then you wake up the next, I wanna go and see Andorra. I wanna go and see Spain. All these things that you can do with money. So I feel like money, yes, money reveals people because people travel and then you interact with people, you get to know who you really are. Um, Also, another factor or aspect that I would like to talk about, I feel like a generous person becomes more generous with money. Let's say if you're really generous even when you're broke or when you're poor, when you make more money, only gonna get more generous. Okay, you're not gonna become selfish all of a sudden. That's what you're going to become. You're going to find ways to help people even more when you make money. Okay, a controlling person becomes more controlling. That's what it is right there. Okay, somebody who is controlling, somebody who is selfish, somebody who is violent with the availability of money, they're gonna become more of that. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. So let me know where you're watching me from. My good name is Omboy. We're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what you're talking about. I'm talking about I feel like wealth amplifies personality traits that are already there. Okay, money doesn't all of a sudden make you to become somebody that you're not. No, it just makes you to become who you really are. Okay. Mm. So do you guys believe that money? So does money? Okay. Does struggle build character or trauma? Does struggle build character or trauma? Because we are talking about money changes people, money gives people ego, money makes people to be this and that. Okay, so does struggle build character or trauma? Does struggle build character or trauma? Does struggle build character or trauma? Guys, welcome to the live stream. We are talking about does money change people or reveal who they really are? Or reveal who they really are. Lynn says, yes, I did see someone change. Okay, tell me about it. Tell me maybe the story in a shorter version. Like, was it bad or was it good? Did you see them change to become the best version of themselves? Or do they change to become the worst? I think for example, I think there's when we talk about money changing people, okay, when I look at, for example, the Jackson 5, and I think I've been talking about Michael Jackson on this one. When you look at him, what he was, okay, just a small boy here and there, they were just trying to make ends meet. But you look at Jackson 5 right now, also you look at Michael's life, okay, and you look at who he was when he was a child, when he was starting out with the singing career, and who he was by the time he passed away. You realize money changes people, okay, because you get to enhance. You have the money, so you can really change every aspect of yourself. Right now, if I made money, I could literally become a white woman. Sorry, no offense, but I could. Okay, because you can literally do that. You like Michael Jackson? Okay, I wouldn't say, but I would say that I feel like I like his story. I like his story. I think I like his story, and of course his songs. I think that dude was weirdo, to be honest. Okay, and that's the aspect that I want to talk about, money changing people. I feel like it did change him. When you look at his story as a young boy, or like who he was as a young boy, his music, how his looks, especially his looks, and how this person died at the end of his life. This person died, okay, and I know there was the whole aspect of like vitiligo and stuff, but this person was a really completely changed person. But that's what money does sometimes, okay. Lynn says, but now she's just my friend, my best friend. Oh, she was your best friend, and then she changed, she became just your friend. Yeah, I think for me, because I think I've been in such shoes. Uh, okay, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I can judge your story because I don't know why you guys fell apart. But like, yep, it happens. It happens. Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Let me know what are your insights, and I'm gonna read out loud. Okay, I'm gonna read out loud. Okay. Yeah, CJ, you're just laughing. Honestly, when you look at that person's story, and I think they have Michael's movie, um, when you look at his story, yeah, you can literally say this person is literally weird. But his brothers are not any different. Like, you look at Jermaine right now, his face is all like lifted up and stuff. Have you watched his new movie? Not really. Honestly, it's because like I haven't had any time, but maybe I will watch. But I've seen people say that it was all fireworks and stuff. It kind of like uh have you watched the show? Lynn says, I question for you. Oh, you have a question for me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We're talking about does money change personality or reveal it? Okay, so does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Ooh. You have a question for me? I'm waiting for the question. Okay. Okay, and maybe something else to ask yourself. So, would you still have the same friends if you became rich? Okay, would you still have the same friends if you became rich? Would you still have the same friends if you became rich? Oh, so Lynn asked, have you seen someone successful and then they change? I think that's what you're asking me. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people who have become successful and change. But do I have a problem with that? Absolutely not. You can become anything that you want to be. Okay, because I feel like, I have this mindset where like I honestly believe that people love you when you are a slave, or people love you when you're not doing good. Even your friends, sometimes even your family, your brothers and sisters, they just want you when you're not doing good. But when you start doing better than them, or they like you when you're not doing better than them. But when you start doing better than them, now we have a problem. So that's why I'm not upset with when people get successful and change. No. CJ says, no, I haven't watched the new Michael Jackson movie. I hear everybody talking about it though. Okay, let me tell you, don't make a wrong search about him on any app, because that's all you're gonna start saying. Okay, and that you will be creeped out, and then you will like wish he didn't die and stuff. Yeah, but I think if you're gonna look at money, you can literally study him, who he was, who he became with money and stuff. Yeah, I feel like without money he would have become a totally different person. Maybe he would have stayed, I don't know. Okay, but yeah. So we have a question on the screen. Would you still have the same friends if you became rich? Would you still have the same friends if you became rich? First, first of all, I think when it comes to that question, of course it depends. I would still have some, okay. CJ says, I don't have any rich friends, but then again, rich is subjective. It is, but if you really became like the epitome of success, like you're literally the definition of success, would you still have the same friends that you do have right now? Okay, would you? Because honestly, for example, like me, at this time of my life, I think I've lost so many friends. Like, um, people who we went to campus with, we've lost touch or something of the sort. Okay, let's say we've lost touch. Maybe people who used to be friends with, people are into different stuff. Okay, so but still, I don't have anybody, so that could be the reason why we lost touch. But I honestly wouldn't sit here and say you would have the same friends, because of course rich is subjective, but you're gonna look for friends who are your caliber or something. Lynn says, no, now what not change best friend for money? If you have your friends, they would not dump you for money. And I wouldn't do that to them. So to feel like, yeah, I feel like you are not like down. Okay, you don't necessarily dump them, but if people start thinking that you are a threat because you made a few $100, then that's a problem. That's a problem right there. I don't think people change friends on purpose. It's just that, like, people just start cutting you off just because you're becoming successful. I just think that's what it is. Just people just stop cutting you off. Let's say they can't handle being around you and seeing the level of success you're having. Okay? CJ says, I'm rich. Why would I want friends? Okay? Why would you want to have... Okay, but I don't want people to take me out of context, but okay? CJ says, I'm rich. Why would I want friends, to be honest? At that point, you can really just go ahead and live your life. Because first of all, I think friends are really nice. For when you're really down, your friends are the ones who are going to be picking you up. But if you don't need to be picked up, why do you need people around you? It's so funny that I think siblings is the only people that you don't get to choose. Siblings, the people that you're born with, or the people who you share a womb with, those are the people that you don't get to choose. But honestly, I wish you could choose siblings. Honestly, I wish you could choose siblings because, Lord, some of us... But honestly, friends, I'm really glad that we get to choose our friends, but I honestly hope we would get to choose our family also, because sometimes you are like born with these idiots and then you are like, God, how did I get here? And Lynn says, you have friends us, you just won the jackpot. You have friends us. Oh, I have you guys as my friends. Yes, I do. Honestly, at the end of each and every other day, I speak to you guys here, and I feel like we know each other. Honestly, I feel like you guys are really literally my friends, so supportive and stuff. Okay, honestly, let me tell you, when I started doing this YouTube stuff, first of all, I came off as cringy. I thought it was just cringy and stuff, and like, maybe not, okay? And then I think after my first video, I think I shared it with my WhatsApp status or something, okay? And guess what? On my WhatsApp, I really have a lot of contacts because I don't delete contacts. So from back in the day, okay? So I get like, let's say, 100 views on that status. And guess how many people liked that video? I think 5. And I consider everyone in that status to be literally my friend, okay? But you can see that's the time where like I really start letting my friends go or people go, because it's like the fact that your friends will never support you, strangers will support you more than friends. That's what it is right there. But I just, yeah. Okay, guys, remember we are talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? CJ says, is your WhatsApp public? No, it's personal. Okay, but if I figured a way that like I would make money with WhatsApp, because I've been seeing people create like these WhatsApp channels, and I'm like, why would you do that? Okay, maybe if you have a product that you're selling, that could be a nice idea to create a WhatsApp, what is it called, channel, and then you do business there, but yep. Okay, no, these are close knit people. Like I share it to my status and stuff, and like people view, but from that moment on, Lord, I just stopped caring, and I just went so hard on this YouTube. Even right now, I just go hard because even if I think it's cringy, these people don't really care. They just want to see you failing and stuff. I think everybody is literally so defensive of me. I wanna see you guys fight. Guys, we're still talking about does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Okay. Let's see. Can money buy confidence? Can money buy confidence? Really, you want us to fight? I think it makes. CJ says, bro, be quiet. How is that creepy? Okay, I don't feel like it's creepy. I just feel like it's okay to ask. CJ is all up in my business, and I think she's a female. It's a female. Lynn, it's a female word. Ogaino Simon Peter says, hello, how are you? Why are you looking beautiful little girl like that? Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. Guys, welcome everybody. Guys, can we consider liking and subscribing to the channel? Let's grow the channel, you guys. Does money change personality? Does money change personality or reveal it? Does money change personality or reveal it? Okay. So, can money buy confidence? That's a question that we are having right there on the screen. Can money buy confidence? Can money buy confidence? Wow, why did I pin that? Sorry. Can money buy confidence? Yes. I think money can buy confidence because with money, you can go and get a nose job, you can go and get lip fillers, you can go and get some Botox, you can even get a BBL, you can get a lot of things done. Okay, you can literally get a lot of these things done with with money. So can money buy confidence? Yes, it can. Okay, with money, you can even, for those people who don't like being black, you can even go and bleach your skin with money. Okay, for those people, there's so many things that you can do. She does look like a sweet innocent child with her hair like this. You guys enjoy as much as it lasts, because honestly, today, the reason why I didn't today, we were having some protest here in Kenya today. God, for 2 days, yesterday and today. So yesterday I couldn't go and shop like or buy anything. I was gonna do my hair yesterday. So today I just decided to like clean it up and stuff. So enjoy the innocence as much as it lasts. This is one boy, kick this boy out of your story, so weird. Oh god, unfortunately he's not saying anything that's bad. Okay, it says, may I know your names, please? My name is Womboy. Money is the root to all happiness. Okay, it can be, yeah, it's the root to all happiness, but it can also be root to all evil. Oh, really, is that what you would spend your money with your money? No, I already said that I would buy a property and then I would develop the property. That property would have a mall inside, it would have a house inside. Like, I would honestly want to I would honestly want to make my own city, okay? Uh-huh. No, okay, so I no, what I'm saying, the whole thing of like doing cosmetic surgeries on yourself, those are things that people do, okay? And the whole thing of like people let's say when people make money they even change their skin color and stuff. I'm just saying because that's what people do. I would never. I think I'm past that stage of like even trying different products on my face right now. Honestly, I really don't. Yeah, I'm just black, period. Please, please buy what? Asiti says, I never knew you were into cosmetics. No, no, what's wrong with you? No, I never said that I was into cosmetics. I was just saying things that different people could do. Okay? Uh, ah, nope. CJ, you're just becoming weird now. Okay? Lynn says, Wam. I think you were gonna say one boy. Uh, okay. Nope. God, moving on. Mm. Okay. Hey, Timu. Timu is so weird. So is being humble easier when you're struggling? Yeah, I think being humble is easier when you're struggling, okay? When you're not doing so good in life, I'm the only one in the life, okay? I think no. It's showing like that, but it's really not. Apparently, this thing is hiding. So CJ says, I would not want a mall at my house. Please don't come around my property. Not really. Not for other people to shop in there. Just for me to have things. Like, there would be a lot of things going on in there. Like, there would be a coffee shop. There would be everything going on so that, like, I don't have to go. Honestly, I would want to create my own society. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. We're talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? CJ says, I would want. Okay, you wouldn't want a mall at your. Okay, that's also fair. Okay, I feel like being broke forces people to be nice, okay? Not because you're really nice, not because you're really a good person. You just feel like being broke when you don't have money, you're just forced to be nice because what else are you gonna do apart from being nice, okay? Yeah, I also feel like most people don't change after money, they just stop pretending. They just stop pretending to be nice people, they just stop pretending to be loving, they just stop pretending to be any of that, okay? Lynn says, I think I'm going by. Okay, bye bye. See you later. Okay, So I also feel like money gives people the confidence to act how they always wanted to. Okay, so it's not like you all of a sudden wake up and you're into these things. This is something that you've always wanted to do. Okay, so I feel like honestly, the way we talk about like money changes people, it really doesn't. It just makes who they really are loud. Okay, so does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's the question that we've been asking today. I think we still have like 6 minutes left. Today we are gonna do 1 hour because I was that late with like 30 minutes. So yeah. So let me still know what's your opinion when it comes to like, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Uh so I also feel like a lot of people are only humble because life humbled them, not because they really want to be humble, just because life humbled them. Okay, and there's no any other choice apart from being humble. Okay, God, I honestly feel like this is a topic that I could literally go back and forth with it. Like, we can have a lot of things to say when it comes to this topic. I feel like finances is a topic that you can always talk about. Okay. um Jahanara Bigam says hi. Hi to you. God, it's been a minute. How are you doing? Are you okay? Yes, I am doing so fine. How are you doing? Okay, we've been talking about Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? That's what we've been talking about. Let me know, Jahanara, if you made a lot of money, would you really be the same person? Would you change who you really are? Okay. Would your morals still be the same if you made like a lot of money? Okay. Would your morals still be the same? Would you believe in the same things? Yeah. Nope. Why? What would you be into if you made a lot of money? For example, let's say you made $1 billion. Okay. What would you really would you have the same friends? Or would you live in the same neighborhood? What would you do? What would be your first thing to do? Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I really like this look with the afro. I've just been admiring myself right here. Okay, I can decide this to be my official look. Okay, I honestly like it. I feel like black people's hair is really awesome. Nene and mom says hi. Hi Nene, good to see you. Welcome here. We are talking about, does money change people or reveal who they really are? Does money change people or reveal who they really are? Do you think money would change you? Would you still have the same morals if you made a lot of money? Jahanara Bigam says, I'll give you some money. Okay, you would give me some money. But honestly, what would you do if you made a lot of money? Like, I have asked some question of like, would you have the same friends if you made $1 billion right now? Would you keep the same friends? Would money change you? Because honestly, I said here that if I made money, there's no way you guys expect me to be the same person. Okay, I'll be the same person, but I'll be more loud with the things that I'm into, what I wanna do. I'll be more loud. And for those people that I used to allow them to walk on top of me, to walk all over me, to walk everywhere, left, right, center, those people will be nowhere to be found in my life. Okay, so to the question of like, would I be the same person if I made money? Really not. I think I would be the same person, but I would be more, I would I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn. Okay, Nene and mom says, and sorry for those who don't like cussing. Nene and mom says, thank you. Okay, welcome on board. Do money change people or reveal who they really are? What's your honest conviction? What do you really think? Do you think money changes people or reveal who they really are? Guys, kindly sub up. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. Would really appreciate that. Okay. I feel like a lot of people, Jahanara, you're so funny. A lot of people are only humble because life humbled them, not because they want to be humble, just because life humbled you. For example, like me, life have humbled me from since I was young. So honestly, that's why I wouldn't sit here and tell you that I would be the same person if I made a ton of money. Uh Nene says, I think he does. Okay. What would you do if you made, like, let's say $1 billion? What's the first thing that you do? Oh God, Jahana, please don't be weird. No, we be weird. So, what's the biggest personality change you've seen after someone got money? Okay. What's the biggest personality change you've seen after someone got money? I think the biggest one is people just becoming who they really are. That's it. People who becoming who they really wanna be unapologetically without asking permission. Yep. Okay, so you think you've come to the end of the show today. We usually do 2 hours, but honestly, today I was late, and also I kind of need to, like, I have a show that I'm really enjoying on Netflix, so I'm gonna go and enjoy that. And you guys, we're gonna see each other tomorrow. Guys, please, please, please continue watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Yes, yes. So I think I'm liking this. I'm loving the shows. I'm loving coming on here, you guys, and you guys being here. So thank you everybody who shows up every other day. And I think I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. But still, we are going to interact in the shorts. You know me, I don't trust when it comes to like making things up and stuff. Okay. So yep. So guys, I think I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you're working harder on yourself than you work on your job. And until next time, bye bye.